I want to establish very clearly that while Islam sanctions organized violence in the form of jihad, and there are all kinds of rules that govern that. We'll get into some of that. All right? Islam does not, and in fact, emphatically condemns terrorism. Okay? And I'll talk about precisely what that is. But before we get into all of this, I want to sort of try and deal with an overall attitudinal issue. About sort of the attitude of Muslims towards non-Muslims and the very enterprise of peaceful coexistence between Muslims and non-Muslims. Right? After all, if jihad is a religiously sanctioned institution of organized violence, it is an institution of organized violence against non-Muslims, if it is religiously sanctioned, then as long as Muslims are practicing the religion of Islam, it would seem then that they may be bound to a perpetual jihad against them. All right? And truth be told, if one just sort of engages in a casual reading of the Quran, this may indeed be the impression that one takes away from that. Okay? And this is one of the liabilities that goes along with not being able to properly contextualize the Quran. That's what we're going to try and deal with a bit tonight. Now, it's very important to know that, somehow, in my experience at least, Muslims seem to be credited as being more religious than any other religious community. You know? It's sort of like, well, why do Muslims do this? Well, look in the Quran. Why do Muslims do that? Well, look in the Quran. Right? Look to their religion. And you'll find out why they do it. Well, we don't have the same logic when it comes to Christians or Jews. Right? We don't say, well, why did Jeffrey Dahmer do that? Let's go look in the Bible. No, we don't do that. But Osama bin Laden, of course, let's go and see what the Quran says. And there's this tendency to see Muslims as unidimensional. They are religious entities who are dehistoricized. In other words, religion tells the whole story, and history has nothing to say about anything. Okay? All right? And what I want to argue, and of course I'm not just arguing, I'm saying it. That's going to get me in trouble, isn't it? I can feel it coming. I'm going to be on the internet. Right, okay, but anyway. What I would like to submit to you is that history is just as important and just as informative of Muslim conceptions of the other and of Muslim relations with the other as is religion. In fact, history informed the very understanding of the religious text, all right, that was the foundation for these institutions. Okay? Now, I wanna try to sort of bring this idea closer to you through the following means. If you look in the Quran in terms of Muslim-non-Muslim relations, you will find verses that seem to connote the utter impossibility of peaceful coexistence between Muslims and non-Muslims. All right? These are the ones, remember Bill Maher and, right after 9/11, splashes, what is it? Find them and slay them, wherever you find them. Just slay them, right? Remember? Right?
Ann Coulter.
Huh?
It was Ann Coulter.
Ann Coulter?
Yeah.
Ann Coulter, Bill Maher, Bill Riley, a number of them, right? Really?
Bill Maher actually got ran off the air at ABC because he said that
They weren't cowards, yeah. But then he tried to come back and sort of rescue himself by slay them wherever you find them thing. Anyway. My point here is that there are indeed such verses in the Quran. On the other hand, there are verses in the Quran that suggest the exact opposite. Okay? That in point of fact, that peace and amicable relations are the desired norm between Muslims and non-Muslims. Okay? Alright? Now let's look at some of these verses. I made the mistake and wrote down the Arabic, so can we get a reader here? Somebody turn to 66:9, chapter 66, verse 9. And while you're getting ready for that, somebody get ready for 9:29, and then somebody 2:191. 66:9. Anybody got it? Please.
Prophet, strive hard against the unbelievers and the hypocrites, and be careful against them, for their abode is hell, and evil refuge indeed.
Okay? That's a very, what do you think about that translation? Very, but it's a very light translation. That's light. يا أيها النبي جاهد الكفار والمنافقين واغلظ عليهم. O Prophet, fight the unbelievers and the hypocrites and be harsh against them. Okay? Alright? And verily their abode is hell. Okay, 9:29. Anybody? Please.
Fight those who believe not in Allah nor the last day, nor hold that forbidden which hath been forbidden by Allah, his messenger, nor acknowledge the religion of truth from among the people of the book until they pay the
Jizya, or the jizya, hold that.
submission and feel themselves subdued.
Okay? Alright? Fight those. Okay? Who do not believe in God on the last day, and who do not hold forbidden what God and his messenger have forbidden. Fight them till they pay the poor tax and they are subdued. Fight them. Alright? What about 2:191? Yes.
And slay them wherever ye catch them. And turn them out from where they have turned you out. For tumult and oppression are worse than slaughter.
Alright? We can stop there. Slay them, wherever you find them. And by the way, this is a very small sample of these kinds of verses that we'll find in the Quran. Alright? These are revelatory facts. Okay? Alright? They are revelatory facts. That is, these verses exist in the Quran. Okay? Now, somebody turn for me to 3:113. And then someone please get ready for 68, and then 67, and then 8:61. 3:113. Anybody? Please.
Not all of them are alike of the people of the book, are a portion that stand for the right. They rehearse the signs of Allah all night long, and they prostrate themselves in adoration.
So this is saying what? Not all Jews and Christians are alike. Not all of them are the same. Among them are those who what?
Prostrate themselves.
Who believe in Allah, all right, and who recite the scriptures at night and prostrate themselves. And the next verse goes on to say that, and these people are among the righteous. Right? All right? What about 68? Yes, please.
Allah forbids you not with regard to those who fight you, not for your faith, nor drive you out of your homes for dealing kindly and justly with them. For Allah loveth those who are just.
That God does not forbid you to treat people who have not fought you for religious reasons, nor driven you out of your homes. He does not forbid you to treat them well and to be good to them. In fact, God loves what? Justice. Okay? The verse before that, 16:7. What does it say?
It may be that Allah will grant love and friendship between you and those whom ye now hold as enemies, Allah has power over all things, and Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful.
So the very fact that you are fighting them now as enemies does not necessarily connote perpetual warfare. Because God may actually do what? He may cause, what does he call it? What was it?
Love and friendship between you.
Love. Yeah. Love and friendship. Mawadda. Love and friendship. So love and friendship may come out of a relationship that was formerly characterized by conflict and hostility. How about verse 861?
But if the enemy incline toward peace, do thou also incline toward peace, and trust in Allah, for he is the one that heareth and knoweth all things.
If the enemy inclines towards peace, then you do what? Then you make peace. Alright? And don't worry about their shenanigans. Instead, you do what? Put your trust in God. And God knows and hears all things. Alright? Now, all of this is Quran. Equally, is it not? I mean, none of this is more Quran than, some words this is a little more Quran, a little less Quran. This is all equally Quran, is it not? Question. What kinds of things would privilege the impact, the significance of some verses over other verses? In other words, what actually would determine Muslim, non-Muslim relationships on the ground? History and experience. Alright? And depending on history and experience, there is not one, but a range of possibilities in